Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Realm News Flash. I am your host, the Dark Lord, the one who puts the real in realm and expands your mind one block at a time. And before we get this show started, folks, I just want to announce that this is going to be an extremely short episode, like maybe 5 minutes, maybe 7, just because I'm only going to be playing a sneak peek into this week's Thursday's clip over aesthetics versus functionality, a poll I made, and it's like a 30-some minute episode. It's a really good one. I went in depth with it. Great poll, great turnout. You won't want to miss it, and this clip is going to be interesting. It's just that I wasn't able to make a full-fledged Realm News Flash this Tuesday because I got extremely busy tending to my mother's estate that I inherited I just had to go out there and do a bunch of yard work and other things. And actually, folks, I will probably just don't be surprised if there's more episodes like this, okay? I just want you to be aware of that, just because the next few months, specifically the next 5 months, there's going to be a lot of stuff I have to deal with when it comes to that estate out there. And I'm not just trying to tell you about my personal life. I'm just giving you the lowdown, because it affects the show some. So there may be some more short Realm News Flashes like this. So anyways, with that said, folks, I'd like to get the show started. I'm going to go ahead and play this week's clip into aesthetics versus functionality. That'll be, like I said, playing this Thursday. So anyways, sit back and I hope you enjoy it. Game mechanics are very important in aesthetics, believe it or not. I know, you wouldn't think so. However, a video game wouldn't be visually fun to play without well-designed and thought-out, quote-unquote, combat systems, movement mechanics, puzzle solving, real mechanics, and much more, end quote. Real mechanics, as I said a little bit just a moment ago, spelled R-E-E-L, are those slot machine video game types, if you've seen them before. Think casino type games. They spin, and if you look at it, they kind of look like reels, like fishing reels, like I don't know how to explain it, but they're reels that spin around. The game mechanics are what keep the flow of the game moving. It sets the pace, the feel, gives those little nuances that further enhance your gameplay. Game mechanics are very important. A good example of some game mechanics in Minecraft would be, mining. The way the pickaxe moves, how long it takes to break a block, depending on the fabrication of the pickaxe, It takes longer for a stone pickaxe to break something in comparison to a diamond pickaxe. The pickaxe breaking when it loses all of its durability is a game mechanic. The durability itself is a game mechanic. Those are just a few examples I listed off, which are all game mechanics. So, the feel, the way we interact with the video game, is in fact a form of aesthetics. I would say functionality comes close, if not overlaps, the realm of aesthetics. It's a gray area there. One could argue they're tied together. I come from a family of painters, writers, masons, illustrators, leather workers, just straight up artists and craftsmen. So aesthetics are extremely important to me and I love them. However, I still voted for functionality because when it comes to a Minecraft game drop, that's what we're talking about here today, I want to see more functionality than pure aesthetics. I would truly like to see Mojang get better at blending and balancing functionality with aesthetics together. Just, get that balance just a little bit closer. They seem to get lopsided when it comes to their drops. Next, I would like to move on to device optimization. Optimizing the designs of the game is important so it can be played on multiple devices. Sometimes a device someone uses to play a game on can kill the user experience, resulting in bad graphics or not displaying the game correctly on that device. It doesn't matter how great of a game you have designed or how amazing your user interface is if your device that you're putting the game on isn't optimized for that device. It'll just look bad. There's no other way to put it. It'll look visually bad. It'll glitch. It just won't work correctly. It'll lead to a horrible experience. Mobile games, for example, must be made to fit a multitude of different cell phones on different size screens. So that's just an example of why some things have to be optimized for just a bunch of devices right there. And we all know that Minecraft has its beautiful crossplay with Bedrock. So, I mean, they've really optimized the Minecraft experience by doing that. And that's what I have for that section on device optimization. I would like to move on to the final one, number 5 here, which is sound and music. Could you imagine playing a video game that has no sound or music? No, of course not. That would be some psychotic stuff. Who in the heck would play a game without sounds or music? I mean, to each their own, but I would be concerned. Sound and music help create a much more vivid and immersive experience. It can set the tone for a spooky feel, such as the ambient sounds the creaking makes in the pale garden. Minecraft is also notorious for its zen-like hypnotic style beats, such as the ones created by C418, Lena Rain, Kumi Tanioka, Aaron Sharif, and many others I won't list. What I'm getting at is that music sets the tone, and then we have the sounds that give the game its immersive quality layered onto the visual cues and user interfaces. All these 5 key aesthetic elements blended together make a fine video game, and Minecraft is one of those games. It is perfectly balanced with functionality and aesthetics. I hope you've all enjoyed learning a bit about the 5 key elements that make a game aesthetically appealing. Remember, graphics, user interface design, game mechanics, device optimization, and sound and music. Think, yes, I had an acronym here, but I messed it up, but think GUGDA, because and shouldn't be part of that end one, but we did make it that now, because there was an acronym to begin with. I just made that up. So, GUGDA is how you remember that. So, remember that acronym for the day. Isn't that fascinating, folks? I did not realize that game mechanics played a part in aesthetics. I mean, just fascinates me. I thought that had been more of a functionality or something. But, just a great episode, and you would want to tune in this Thursday so you could hear the full amount of what I have to say. It's about 35 minutes in length, this audio, and it's really interesting. It's just fascinating, and I get into a bunch of comments from people because the reason why I made this poll time was in reaction to the Tiny Takeover. I saw Tiny Takeover being primarily an aesthetic drop, and it was extremely lopsided on that dichotomy of aesthetic functionality dichotomy, I mean. So that's why I made such a basic poll, and it had quite the turnout, and you'll hear more on this Thursday upcoming. But it just fascinated me to hear what people had to say about it all. I shouldn't give away I'm not going to give anything away, so I better be quiet. Anyways, folks, that wraps up all I have for this week's Realm News Flash. I apologize it wasn't a little bit more in depth, a little bit more, I don't know, just more to report on. Of course, I could have found plenty to report on. It's just, like I said, life can be hectic sometimes. But thank you for bearing with me. And I just want to wish you all a great rest of your day. And happy crafting. The Dark Lord. Signing out. Hey, Realm News fans, it's your host, the Dark Lord, the one who puts the real in Realm and expands your mind one block at a time. I am here to tell you that your support means everything. Spread the word by telling friends, liking, and commenting on Spotify or Good Pods. Find me on X, Blue Sky, Reddit, or via email at bio.link/realm news. For more content, join my Patreon at the copper tier for early episodes, bonus content, and newsletters. Find out more at bio.link/realm news. No pressure though. Just keep listening, liking, and sharing. That's more than enough. Happy crafting, and see you at the next Realm News.